What is up, guys? My name is Wawa and I'm back with another AWESOMENAUTSbeta video, and this time is gonna be featuring a new awesome naut in the name of Nibbs. Nibbs is the 14th, 15th awesome naut, I think, that's been added here in the game, and it's actually another unique character, which is, I think, a pretty good addition to the game because there's no other character like him, and he's actually pretty unique, and you guys are gonna find out today in this video. If you guys haven't seen any other videos yet, or if you guys missed the Ronima stream a few days ago, then you guys are gonna see what's up with Nibbs. So basically, in general, Nibbs is a melee character. As you guys can see, his auto attack is a really close short range character. I think he's characterized as an assassin, mainly because I don't really know, because his abilities are quite different. One ability of his is basically like turbo, where he has to be like in siege mode for like a few seconds. The other one is definitely mobility, but burst damage wise it doesn't really do much. I guess his assassin factor comes from the combo. Basically, if you combo his AA, his auto attack, with his teleport orb and the fire breath, that's gonna be doing a lot of damage, and it's gonna do instant damage pretty quick. Not as quick as other characters though. But anyways, let's talk about his skills, his perks, his loadouts, whatever you want to call it. Let's start off with fire breath. So as you guys can see here, these are the two things, or the things that I opened up with. Basically, I open up with the ability called Fire Breath. Hold your position and unleash your Fear Breath on your foes. This is basically what I'm talking about, like a durable type of ability where basically he's gonna siege up a little bit, and he has to unload like a good amount of fire to his enemies for 1.5 seconds. Right now, I thought it was gonna be 2 seconds, but apparently it's only 1.5 seconds. Then I bought 2 medicans, and it's basically Fire Breath. It's pretty good. It does damage really fast, but it's kind of hard to maneuver. You guys can see it, like whenever you try to follow an enemy around, the fire follows very slowly behind it. So basically, you have to really predict what your opponent is gonna do ahead of time, even before they do it. Basically, this is a normal thing now, I guess, when you know the opponent, what they're gonna do, or like what their usual habits are. It's easy for you to predict their movements, but otherwise, when you're like facing like bots and stuff, you don't know what they're doing, or you don't know what they're gonna do in the future. So you're gonna have to like guess. You're gonna have to guesstimate what they're about to do, and that's gonna make it a little bit harder for you to do the most out of your fire breath. As you guys can see right here, he does do a good amount of damage on droids and also on enemy nuts. But as you guys can see, a simple burst damage from a Vinny and a, oh my god, what do you call it here? I forgot her name. Damn it! The Dodger character. Frick! I can't believe I forgot her name. But anyway, that character. But yeah, he has really low life. That's my major complaint with this character so far. I believe he has lower life than Leon. He most likely has a lower life than... who has lower life? I think it's Froggy. No, Froggy has a lot lower life than this character, most likely. It's not really bad per se, but with ability like Fire Breath, you want to have him, give him a little bit more life. Because you want him to survive, you know, you want him to survive after burst dealing out those damage. Fire Breath isn't really hard to avoid also. Like, you can dodge it pretty easily, you can maneuver around the enemy nauts, or you can maneuver around the Nibbs character, and you can basically like avoid most of the damage you can deal out with. But yeah, as I said, he has really low health. Some things that helps to like counter this low health problem is build up like regen and power pills early in the game. You can also build up Eternal Flame. This is basically what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go basically with Fire Breath build, with health, with auto attack upgrades as well. Because his AA, as you guys can see, is very good. So basically, if you guys are wondering what the stacks are for, the stacks are for his auto attack. If you have 4 stacks, or the more stack you have, the faster he's gonna do his auto attack. And that auto attack stack lasts for, by default, I believe 2 seconds. And if you upgrade it, it can last up to 4 seconds. So basically, if you do upgrade it, it's pretty much gonna last you the entire game. Like, it's not gonna go away anytime soon because you're most likely gonna be attacking over and over and over again throughout the game. So yeah, that's pretty good. And he also has, for his auto attack, like damage over time. He has attack speed upgrade. He also has yeah, damage upgrade also basically, and he also has this loadout for his AA, where when you upgraded the cooldown for both abilities, Fire Breath and Orb of Omicron, is gonna get cut down by 1.5 seconds if your character has 4 stacks. I'm kind of confused on how it works actually for now, because it doesn't really seem like it's doing anything, but I haven't really used that perk as much as I wanted to fully figure out if it does indeed, or how it does indeed work out in the end. Anyways, let's talk about Fire Breath or Fire Breath perks for now. So these are the first upgrade that I'm buying for him. Eternal Flame adds damage over time to Fire Breath. This is actually very, very good. It costs 215 solar. It's very expensive, but the damage over time, it evens out. That's 5 damage per second, so 15 seconds overall, or 15 damage overall, plus the damage that you do for your outburst. It's a lot. It's a lot of damage. It stacks up, and it does hurt over time. Then there's another upgrade for the Flame Breath, which is increase the length, increase range of the Fire Breath. That's definitely a very helpful upgrade for Nibbs. Definitely a must-have, because that's what you need for the to like deal with the issue of what I talked about earlier, which is basically the fire like kind of lagging behind in terms of following around your enemy Awesomenauts. It helps out a lot, and it gives you more option, not really more time to do your damage to its full potential by increasing the range. And then there's also another upgrade for Fire Breath where you can do +1 damage to enemy, +10 damage to enemy Awesomenauts. So that's been upgraded 3 times. So it's going to be +3 damage to enemy Awesomenauts, which is also pretty good. It also hurts a lot. So once you upgrade damage over time, that enemy Awesomenauts damage upgrade, and the length or increased range of Fire Breath, he does in the end or in the long run hurt. It does hurt a lot. If you do know how to engage with him, like you know how to pick your spots, he's going to be pretty lethal. And if you know how to clash with him properly, it could be an instigator of team clashes. He can also do support. He can't really carry the team in terms of being tanky and such. But then again, I haven't really tried him out yet with real actual players. I only tried him with bots. So this is like a level 3 bot right now that I'm facing. And yeah, he's not that bad. But of course, as I said, enemy also, or real life characters or real life people will have different sets of movements compared to AI. So it's still up in the air on how effective Fire Breath really is. Maybe he's actually more effective than it seems. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Maybe no. I can't really tell right now unless you guys have like any information already on that. Let me know. Comment section down below. Let's chat a little bit. Let's talk about his boots basically. His boots is called Red Sneakers. Sneaks gains second move speed and leaves a trail of flames. This is actually very damn useful to be honest, because as I said, his auto attack is very, very short range. I don't know if it's really short range or it's deceivingly short range, but it's actually kind of long range. Because sometimes, I think it's like a full droid length. Like he can do a full, like you know how the size of a droid is basically. Like from behind of a droid to the front of it, you can reach the enemy. Like on the other side of that droid. Am I making sense? I'm not even sure if I'm making sense. But yeah, that's actually the full range of his auto attack, which is I guess not bad, but then again, it could be a little bit longer to be honest. Or the animation could be a little bit better, so that you can feel like your attack will reach that enemy on the other side of the droid basically. But yeah, the flame helps because it kind of punishes your opponent for chasing down or for running after you. Because that's actually a good amount of damage, especially in the early run. It's damage over time 115. 115, is that right? Wow, that's actually a lot of damage. and it actually hurts. It's 23 damage every time your opponent gets hit by the fire, so that's pretty good. It's really damn good. Oh, I forgot to mention, Fire Breath goes through anything. So basically, it can go through barriers, it can go through rocks, it can go through anything that you want it to. It's gonna hit everything in that path, as you guys can see right here. It's very useful. It's definitely gonna be helping you out in the future. Like, it's gonna be good here. Like, it's good here already in Ribbit. It's gonna be good in Aguilon. It might be hard to use it in Sorona, but yeah, it definitely has a lot of uses, and it's open to like a lot of flexibility, especially for like really good players out there. I forgot to mention, Nibbs Fire Breath has a shield upgrade. So basically, the shield upgrade gives you 9% damage reduction per level. You can upgrade that 3 times, so it's 27% damage reduction. But when I used it a couple times, I kind of hated it, to be honest. It didn't really seem like it was helping me that much. It seems like it would be much useful to just do your burst damage right there and just get out as soon as possible with your Orb of Omicron, or just clash with your team and then do your damage. The shield isn't really, I don't think it's good enough right now. I guess what they can do with a shield or with Nibbs right now is they can add like a default shield already when he does his Fire Breath, and then give the shield upgrade like maybe 2 upgrades to make it to like 30%. That'll be pretty useful. That would even things out a little bit, make him more tanky and such. Because he does take a lot of damage, or just give him more health in general. Oh man. Let's talk about the second upgrade, basically, or the second ability that he has. It's called Orb of Omicron. We have it right here. It's another orb which you can teleport with a second press. So basically, it's an orb that doesn't really do damage, you know, as it traverses. But when you do teleport, it's gonna do 20 damage by default. You can upgrade it to 42 damage, I think, max, which is not much, but then again, the teleport ability is definitely useful. It's definitely good for chasing down opponents and also for running away from opponents. And it has a lot of options, or it also has a lot of like uses, basically. Also, there's a perk for this ability where it can slow opponents, every opponent that it hits, basically. So basically, every opponent that gets hit by the orb gets slowed for 1.5 seconds for the first level, and then 3 seconds overall after 2 upgrades, which is very good, especially if you combine it with the auto reset cooldown ability. Basically, if you don't teleport to where the orb is, your orb is gonna reset immediately. So you can just spam slow balls every day until you want to teleport, which is very good. It's a very good strategy to add up, or you can go for the strategy like anytime you want. It's also good for like clashes. Like if you're gonna jump in with a Froggy G right there, you can jump in with a Froggy, and then the Dodger character, I can't believe I forgot her name, and then Nibbs. So you can all just jump in there, slow them down for a little bit. Well, Froggy can stun them after a splash dash, and then Nibbs can jump in there, slow them down, then Fire Breath all over with Tornado with Froggy, and then damage output from the Dodger character. Damn it, I can't remember her name anymore. But yeah, that's definitely open for like a lot of useful like clashes or dive bombs and such. He's a very good character. Well, he's not amazing, he's not overpowered. As I said, he's very soft. He's like a few bursts at damage from like a Vinny with a Lone Star grenade. He's just down really fast, especially for a close range character. I'm not even sure how he's gonna be effectively farming, to be honest. His Fire Breath definitely is good for clearing out waves of opponents or creep waves, but it's gonna be hard. It's a lot of pressure. He doesn't even have a healing ability. The shield is pretty good, but if he has a healing like ability, maybe like even Leon has like a healing slash, and the tongue is also healing, or can heal with a perk upgrade. Then let's look at the other perks that we bought right now. Special offers: increase the duration of Dragon Frenzy. So this is what I'm talking about. So instead of the Dragon Frenzy lasting for 1.5 seconds, now it's gonna last up to like 4 seconds now altogether, which is very, very good. Mr. Tarot card, adds damage over time, dragon pressing, stacking up 3 times. So this is also another good upgrade. So basically you're gonna do 30 damage every time you slash an opponent, plus the regular damage that you do. And then plus it stacks up to 3 times as it says, so you can do a bunch of damage here. Very, very good upgrade to have. We have autograph picture of Voron, increase. This is the damage of fire breath. This is the damage increase to enemy Awesomenauts I was talking about, plus 10 for now. Overall, I have like plus 30 right here after 3 upgrades. So definitely a lot of damage right here. As I said, even though as you guys can see, like I was right behind them, I was able to sandwich all those characters, but it was hard to do a good amount of damage on them because they're just all over the place. You keep jumping. It's kind of hard to predict where they're going, and also even though if you do predict where they're going, your fire breath might be too late before it gets there and your opponent gets away. Demonic Animal Necklace, having 4 stacks of friendly reduce cooldown of your Orb of Omicron. This is what I'm talking about that I don't get yet. It's kinda... If you guys know how this works, let me know. Let us know in the comment section. Then we have Mr. Tarot card, 2 out of 3. So these are the upgrades so far that we have bought for this character. Fire Breath Burst, as you guys can see, very, very effective. His attack also AA is also pretty darn effective. It hurts Spinning Spike, it hurts a lot of soft characters. But against a Clunk or a Ted, it doesn't really do as much. I think if I go up against a Sentry, it's actually pretty bad for me because he can just absorb all the damage from a Fire Breath and then just return it to me. It's actually going to be much more predictable for Sentry to like wait and just see when I'm going to do my Fire Breath and just absorb all of it. And anyways, this is pretty much the end of the game. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any comment suggestions, final reactions, please post them down below in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you guys have any builds already in mind, I might do another video on Nibbs to show him his full potential. Maybe all of us can play sometime and like test him out with like actual people, you know. Anyways, hope you guys like this video and I'm out. Bye.